Hello, this is my first YouTube video. I really don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to introduce myself. I am the crafting detective. I've been a detective for a long time. I've been a police officer for 26 years. I'm not going to say where I'm a police officer at, because I don't want anybody to look me up, do anything crazy. I'm coming to you live from my bathroom studio, because this is the only place my husband will let me craft. I started crafting about maybe a year ago, and it started out with I saw a video on YouTube about flow painting and epoxy, and I'm like, wow. Actually, I saw it on Facebook, and it was Mixed Media Girl, and she's pretty talented. So I'm like, well, that looks pretty easy. You just mix some paint together and you pour it on the canvas, and it makes some beautiful stuff. Well, of course, I quickly found out that that is not the case. So I moved from that. After a long time, I moved from there, and now I have a lot of paintings all over the house. So then I decided I would try doing epoxy on furniture. So I did a few pieces of furniture, and my husband said, "What are we going to do with all this furniture?" And I said, "I don't know." So we took the furniture to the thrift store, and I had to find something else. And the reason I needed something is I'm a detective, like I said, and my job responsibilities are I work mostly child crimes, crimes against women, rape, homicide, persons crimes, lots of deaths, a lot of dead babies, stuff like that that, you know, kind of upsetting. I really needed to do something that would get my mind off of work all the time. So that's why I started doing the flow painting. I thought that that would help, and it really has. It really has. So after the furniture thing, I saw a few videos on tumbler making, and I thought, wow, that's cool. That looks easy. I can do that. So I ordered me a tumbler turner. Went to Walmart, got me some glitter. Of course, I already had epoxy because I've been working with the epoxy, and made my first. I watched a bunch of videos. I think it's Little Lee and Rose. She's awesome. She does a really great job. She's a great teacher, and so I watched her videos, and I made my first cup, and it was very hideous. But I was pretty proud of it, although it was horrible. I didn't show it to anybody because, well, it was horrible. And so after that, I made a few more cups, and they were mostly horrible, but I kept trying. And I think I'm getting a little bit better. It's been maybe since February that I've been doing this, February this year, 2020, during the pandemic, which has also been another stressful situation that we're having to work. I'm working 12-hour days every other day, so it seems like that I can't get my work done. So anyway, that's me. So, you know, I've made lots of cups. This is like my Trump cup. This is like my mermaid cup. And I made this for a friend at work. He's a Lakers fan. Anyway, I made that one. I made this one for my sergeant, so I could suck up, you know, with him. I made this one for an officer's girlfriend. So, I guess I need to also say I have zero artistic ability. I can't think up really cups that I think might look good So I do a lot of looking at Etsy and looking online and copying other people's stuff. So I guess I could be the copycat detective. I've made a few things that I've learned, but and I really don't copy things on Etsy because there's no directions. But if somebody puts a tutorial on YouTube, I think that is that's game on for the copy business. So anyway, I've learned a lot from YouTube. Keeps me up at night watching how to do stuff. So, but anyway, I'm in a few Tumbler groups, and one of the Tumbler groups, one of the ladies said something the other day about she listens to podcasts while she does her crafting. And I'm not really even sure what a podcast is, but I believe it's like people talking. And she said she listens to true crime podcasts, and so I'm not really sure what that is. I guess they talk about crimes and things that are going on. So I thought, well, I can talk about crime. I can talk about all kinds of investigations. I can talk about investigations that I've had. I could talk about funny things that I've had happen, serious things that I've had happen, friends that I've lost due to being police officers or getting killed in wrecks, responding to calls, things like that. This job is not an easy job. You know, a lot of people hate the police right now, and that's okay. That's okay. I don't abuse black people. To me, everybody matters. I don't see color. I see crime. I see people who need help. If you need help, I don't really care what color you are. I'm going to do my best to help you. I've never seen anybody taken advantage of or beat up or anything like that because of their color. So I'm sure it does happen. Does happen. Doesn't happen where I work, that I know of. So that's a little bit about me. If anybody wants to talk about any kind of crimes, I'm working, I have right now 37 cases, which is a whole lot. But with the pandemic and the 12-hour shifts, I work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 hours, 5 to 5. By the time I get to work, I get started on what I need to do, and then stuff starts rolling in from the night before, and so I start working on what happened the night before that needs attention right now. And so I wouldn't call them minor cases because I don't have any minor cases, sort of get pushed to the back of the stack. So anyway, I have a lot of cases, lots of work, lots of stuff on my mind all the time. So but it's okay. It's a job. It's been a good job to me. I've enjoyed it. I've had a pretty good career at it. I gotta put this epoxy on this other. I'm gonna have to move this. I don't even have a stand. I guess that's something people buy. Sorry about all that. I guess that's something I can buy at the old Amazon. My husband thinks I have a problem with Amazon because Amazon is always leaving something at my door. So it's okay. It's what I work for. So anyway, with these cups, people are liking them and they want to see more and they want to buy some. So it's kind of exciting to be able to sell some of them. They're not as hideous as they used to be. And I dropped a whole bunch of them off at the old thrift store in the middle of the night because I didn't want them to know who they were coming from. This town where I live is a small town. Everybody knows everybody. It's a community, actually. It's not really even a town. I work in the city, which is about 45 minutes or an hour away. So that's another thing. I have to drive a long way to work. But not for too many more years, hopefully. I'm in the drop program. And that means that I'm still working, but I'm actually retired. I'm collecting 2 checks. I'm collecting my retirement check and my regular check. And the retirement check goes into a fund that I can't really get until I reach a certain age, and I'm really not sure what age that is. So anyway, it's a win-win thing. So I can do that for 5 years as long as I can hold on. So I'm using something new. I'm sure everybody's used it but me because I'm new. I don't know what I'm doing. So any pointers anybody can give me, if I'm doing something wrong, please tell me. I got thick skin. My fingers don't get hurt easily. So if you see me doing something completely stupid, I'd appreciate you to tell me to not do that. But today I'm using some new stuff. This here stuff from Counterculture. Someone told me that it's really good. That it works really fast, and you could use this on your first layer of epoxy. So that's what I'm doing on these 2. I'm trying it out. It's the first time today. See? If you've used it, let me know. Let me know how it goes. I'm curious. It looks good. I don't see many bubbles. So maybe it'll do a good job. We'll see. And this thing's bubbling up under all these stickers. Bubbling a lot. I really want to touch it. I tend to seem to have a problem in never knowing when to stop. Sorry. Never knowing when to stop messing with stuff. I'll have something looking really nice and then muck it up because I keep messing with it. So, trying to work on that. Maybe this fast set stuff will keep me from doing that. We'll see. I don't know. This is a pretty color. These are pretty colors. I get my glitter from a local lady. She sells it, and she sells it from she sells it only at an antique store in town, and so that's the only place to get it. She's a real cool gal. I like her. At first I didn't like glitter because I really don't like the mess and it gets everywhere. Everything I had glitter on it. But I'm getting used to it, I guess. So, anyway, let me think of a case I'm working. So, I got a case yesterday where a local teacher, a parent was going through her 15-year-old Snapchat account and noticed some text messages or messages from a teacher, grown man, 50-year-old teacher, had been sending the child messages. Nothing that was openly inappropriate, other than it being inappropriate for a grown adult teacher to be sending a 15-year-old student a message on Snapchat. So she came down to the department and I downloaded her phone, which means we have a machine that takes a digital picture of her phone, and it shows everything that's on it, to include deleted stuff. So I saw all the stuff that he had sent. She hadn't deleted any of it. It was just weird stuff, like first thing in the morning, every morning, he would send her good morning, and with a bunch of emojis and stuff like that. Now, mind you, this teacher is not even her teacher anymore. He teaches elementary school, which is 6th through 8th grade at another school. So he doesn't even teach her anymore. She's in a high school, but he's now sending her messages. So I tried to get in touch with him yesterday. Oh, the school board suspended him for it. So I tried to get in touch with him yesterday, and he didn't return my phone call. Surprise. So I talked to another student's mom that I got a name, that he had been looking for this student as well, who he had never taught. He just remembered her from middle school. And so I called her mother, and after school yesterday, her mother asked her if she had gotten any messages from him. And sure enough, on Snapchat, he had sent her messages and added her on Snapchat and started sending her messages. But she never opened any of them. But he still kept sending them, but she never opened them and never spoke to him. So it kind of leads me to believe that he's probably contacting a lot of little girls and trying to talk to them, just to see, you know, they prey on girls or children who have low self-esteem, not many friends, family problems, things like that. So anyway, I'm trying to get him to come in to speak to me. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go track him down, and that won't be pleasant for him or for me, but I will do it. I'd like to get my hands on his phone so I can see exactly who he's been contacting, and see if he's gone further than just sending messages, which people like him, predators in my book, do go further. He has no reason to be contacting former students on Snapchat. I also found out that he's been in trouble before for inappropriate touching children at the middle school. A child made him a complaint about him touching the back of her neck with his hand, like rubbing the back of her neck, made her feel uncomfortable. She told her mom, and her parents made a complaint to the school. Well, of course, he said, oh, there was nothing to it. You know, I didn't do that. I may have touched her shoulder, blah, 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 which is probably a lie. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. I worked on that yesterday. I also have a couple cold case homicides that I'm still working on. So that keeps me busy. They're not really that cold. I have one from 2016, and I have one from February of this year, where 5 people were shot in a drive-by shooting, and 1 died. So that's kind of an important case to me. I would like to be able to solve that. I also get all of the domestic violence cases that come in, and I'm required to contact the victim and make sure they're okay, and see if they need any services. And this is after a suspect has been arrested. So I contact them like the next day and see if they need any services, see if they need, if they have bruises that came up later, I'll go out and take pictures and, you know, do what I can to help them. So that's not even included in my 37 cases. So I have a couple rapes that I need to work on. So lots of child abuse, child sexual abuse. So it keeps me busy. It makes my mind hurt. So I'm doing the crafting thing and I'm enjoying it. And maybe I'll enjoy this YouTube thing. I don't know. I love to talk, if you can tell. I'm famous for interviewing people for hours and hours and hours. As long as they'll talk, I'll talk too. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm the crafting detective, copycat detective. Call me what you want. If you like this, I think you're supposed to subscribe, hit the like button, and share. I think. I'm not sure. So if you like all that, we'll talk again. If there's some things you want to talk about, hit me up. We'll talk about them. I don't know what a podcast is, but it seems like it's people talking. So here we are. We're talking. Maybe I could do a live video. I see those all the time. So you just let me know. I hope I make some friends. And I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe. Take care. Back the blue.